Hi YouTube, how is everybody? So, we are on another topic. The topic for today is how to love yourself. And the reason I got this topic to discuss is mainly for sometimes people lose their selves in relationships or jobs or really anything that pulls you away from, I guess, who you know you are deep down inside. And sometimes we find ourselves trying to please others or trying to do things to make others happy, and we end up putting ourselves last, and we end up sacrificing our own inner peace and our own inner love in order to satisfy some other outside influence. So once again, I talk about a lot of broad topics. So if this applies to you, then you can listen to my advice. Again, I'm not a therapist, but this is just my own personal experiences and my own advice. All right, so how to love yourself. First and foremost, it takes a journey sometimes to learn how to love yourself. We assume that we come in this world loving ourselves, but a lot of times we get in situations, bad situations. Sometimes we have friends that want us to put them in front of our own selves, and we have the challenges that come up in life, and we have to ask ourselves, wow, how can I do myself like this in order to make this person happy? So a lot of times is when you get into those situations where you have to, or get into those relationships where you see how you feel about yourself because you see how you're treating yourself. And so those things are put in our lives sometimes to teach us how to love ourselves. So, my advice is to ask yourself, no matter what the influences is, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a friendship, or whether any type of outside influence, a job, or anything, ask yourself, is this situation making you have to sacrifice who you are, who you believe yourself to be, and your inner peace and your inner happiness? And if the answer to that is yes, then you have to question how valuable it is to your livelihood. Now, of course, we all need jobs to live. We all need certain things to go on. But when you love yourself, you learn to put yourself and your needs first and not last. When we don't love ourselves, we don't put ourselves first. We put ourselves last. We put other people's happiness first. We put other influences in front of our own. And we end up being the getting compromised. We end up being the one that's unhappy in the end. We end up being the person that's, I guess, sacrifices the most. And that doesn't give you a good feeling inside. So, one of the steps to loving yourself is to try your hardest to put your needs and your desires first in a situation. And I know we're taught to serve others, and serving others is extremely important. You have to learn to be a server. But if serving is all that you're doing and there's nothing that you get in return out of the situation, then sometimes serving may not be a good thing for you to do. You have to learn how to love yourself. And when you love yourself, others will love you. Other people will appreciate you. And if you don't love yourself, people can tell when they deal with you. And if a person gets the idea that you don't love yourself, then they will treat you accordingly. if they get the idea that they can put themselves in front of you and you won't get mad and they can just run over you and you'll go along with it, then they'll keep doing it. So it's really important that in loving other people that we learn to love ourselves first. When I love myself, I'm not going to allow someone to treat me any kind of way. When I love myself, I won't allow a person to call me out of my name or just stand me up, or a lot of times we're chasing something. We might be chasing love or money or anything like that, and we sacrifice ourselves in order to have something that we think is greater or something that we think is more important. And it is important to make sacrifice to do the things and get the things that you want in life, but you have to keep your own self-love intact, because you'll lose yourself if you don't. If all I'm doing is making you happy and doing everything to make you happy so that I can be in a relationship with you, then who's going to make myself happy? I'm sacrificing my own love for myself to be with you. And if a person is making you do that, then that may be a sign that they don't even love you to begin with, because a person that shows real love, they'll sacrifice as well as you. So again, just self-love is waking up in the morning. If you have to hug yourself, look at yourself in the mirror, tell yourself how beautiful you are, tell yourself how amazing you are, and go throughout life giving love to others, but not forgetting that number one person that needs love is yourself. And so that's a very important thing to do. And in fact, if you don't love yourself, it will be hard for you to love others. Because if you don't teach yourself how to love yourself, then how could you love another person or anything else the right way? You won't love it the right way. And you'll be sad on the inside because you're sacrificing who you are. So the number one thing, my advice is to learn who we are, learn what we love, and to commit to making yourself happy, because another person cannot make you happy. You might enjoy them for a amount of time, but when they leave, all you have is yourself. And so that's why it's very extremely important that we learn how to enjoy ourselves, learn how to love yourself, and learn how to be who you have in mind, in your heart, what it is you want to do in life and who you want to become. Put that as your first priority, because if you chase after making another person happy, you could lose yourself in that process. Or if you chase after an outside thing, no matter what it is, and you sacrifice yourself, even when you get it, you will still be unhappy, because you never learn to put yourself first and to love yourself. And that's my advice for today. I hope you guys enjoy it. Comment at the bottom. Make sure you show me some love. And subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. Thank you. Bye.